I've knit this really fun vest that has edges that have been hemmed over, as you can see here, on the armband and on the neckband. I've left one edge open so I can demonstrate how I did that seaming, and I will show you right now how I do it. You will need a long tail of your working yarn and a tapestry needle. If your working yarn is not conducive to stitching, if it starts falling apart, you may want to use a matching color of a stronger or smoother yarn. We're going to turn the piece inside out to the wrong side. And I'm going to thread my working yarn onto the tapestry needle. For this project, I've doubled the yarn. I've held a strand of mohair together with a strand of wool. I'm just going to do the stitching with the wool and not the mohair. Before I start, I'm just going to close up the edge of my work in the round. It's pestering me that it's a little split. If you don't do this, that's fine. It's not going to make a big difference. I just felt like I wanted to do it. So here, what I've done is I've folded the ribbing in half, the armband ribbing in half, so that it's meeting that pickup edge that I had done to pick up the stitches for the ribbing. And what I'm doing is I'm going underneath the pickup edge and underneath the bound off edge of the end of the ribbing. And I'm doing a very light whip stitch every 2 stitches or so. I'm not going into every single stitch. That I think is unnecessary and overkill. I'm just going lightly into these stitches. And occasionally I'm going to check to make sure that my ribbing matches up. So if I'm going in here, I want to come out right up here to make sure that my rib stays aligned. So every so often I'm going to check that. So I'm just doing whip stitch here around, keeping it very loose because I want this to be flexible. I don't want my knit to feel tight and stiff. So I'm going in, again, making sure I've aligned with the rib every so often if you're starting to feel unsure. And I'm just working my way around this circle. Again, checking, here I'm aligned. So I've come in at this part of the rib and I'm coming up right over here. Keeping it nice and flexible. Working around the circle. So I've run short on yarn, sadly, which means I'm going to attach a new piece. So I've picked up a new piece of yarn. I'm inserting it into the very last pass through that I had done, and then getting back on track with my hemming. Again, if there's any doubt about where you are inserting your needle, just make sure that you're aligning the rib to itself, that you're not off by 3 or 4 stitches, and you'll be in good shape. Here I am. I'm back at the beginning, so I'm just going to grab the last stitch, come together. I'll weave these tails into the vest and into the seam that I just made. And there it is. Fabulous. Happy knitting!